This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, on the J-Hawks Sports Network, I'm Nate Clayberg, Luke Baldwin. On the mics, Anthony Baugh running the controls, and Eric Clark on camera tonight as we have what will be our first game in 3 days, beginning tonight, as it is a makeup game. There's a JV varsity contest, girls basketball-wise. Jesup hosting Wapsie Valley. The boys will make up that contest coming up here in 2 weeks. So Luke coming in. Jesup right now, when you look at the NICL East, Jesup and Wapsie right at the top. Jesup 4-0, Wapsie 3-1, but as a whole, Jesup ranked 8th in the state right now in Class 2A.
Yeah, both of us sitting at the top. I think it's two very different teams on paper. As you alluded to, Jesup ranked 8th in the state. We're 13-3 overall, with the Warriors at 8-9 overall. Now, all that said, this is a very different Warriors team, I think, than we've seen in years past. I think they're going to get out and get after it. We got a new head coach this year, Kayla Ott. And just watch them in the warm-ups. They seem to have a little different bounce in their step. So I expect to see, like I said, a different Warriors squad on the floor tonight. And as always, our Jayhawks better have come prepared to play.
Jesup coming off a win this past Tuesday night down at East Marshall. 65-25 was that final. They have a doubleheader hosting, boy-girl doubleheader tomorrow night against Olwine. We'll have it for you in the Jayhawks Sports Network. And after Saturday, only 3 regular season games to go. Wapsie Valley coming off a loss to New Hampton, 48-44 this week, and they'll face AP tomorrow night at home. Let's turn things over to our public address announcer, Dan Fox.
Respecting the abilities of the opposition and the decisions of the officials, we can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Brent Johnson, Doug Faber, and David Nee. And now, the starting lineup for the Warriors. A sophomore, number 12, Kate Reese. A sophomore, number 24, Reagan Barnes. A senior, number 34, Mary Odensteiner. A senior, number 40, Becca Plotty. And a senior, number 42, Lydia Embrodo. And now, for our Jayhawks, a junior, number 5, Lady Pilcher. A senior, number 10, Larson. A senior, number 11, Amanda Toronto. A senior, number 23, Casey Lang. And a sophomore, number 32, Adriana Bolden. The Warriors are coached by Kayla Ott, assisted by Justin James. The Jayhawks are coached by Jordan Conrad, assisted by Jason Pilcher. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
anthem played tonight by our Jesup High School Orchestra. We are set to go for this varsity contest. Jesup coming in tonight with a record of 13-3 overall, 4-0 in the NICL East, which is a little bit different this year, folks. If we just joining into this season, there's an East, there's a Central, and there's a West. So when you're looking at actually 13 teams total, BCOW will drop off. They'll come out of the West section into next year. Wapsie Valley here in the East as well. They are 8-9 overall, 3-2 in this pod of the conference. And we'll see Laney Pilcher and Bodensteiner set to tip things off, Luke.
And the tip will go to the Warriors. Kate Reese sets up the offense for Wapsie Valley.
Jesup in the home whites. Wapsie Valley in the black with a yellow trim. Missed shot. Wapsie Valley going back to set things up on their offense. Comes baseline, ball gets loose. But Wapsie Valley will take take the second shot of this game. Miss all 3, even 4, 5, 6 shots is what it takes to finally get one drop on this end of the floor.
Well, here's the concerning thing about that they got 6 shots.
Right.
And they got their rebound every time, too. So we got to do a better job boxing out there, plain and simple.
So Brogna with that 2-point basket, and that was a statistic that really stood out to Jordan Conrad, the conversation I had before. When you look at where Jesup is defensive rebound-wise coming into tonight, 276 overall compared to 364 that you see on the stat sheet for Wapsie Valley. Good example right there. Had 3 or 4 right off the bat.
Yeah, that's quite a discrepancy. And Wapsie does, they outsize us. They do have the advantage when it comes to height. So as my old coaching partner would always yell from the sideline, box out, box out, box out. Sean Mullahan, he's listening tonight. What's up, big dog? We need to do that tonight if we want to rebound against the Warriors.
Bolden with a missed shot. They'll send Jesup back the other end of the floor on defense. Quick shot in, trying to get to Brogna. And there's a pull down from Larson. Oh, take away from Brogna, and she'll put it up and draw the foul. Did they hit the bottom of the net or did it come up and through again?
I think it just hit the bottom of the net, but that is going to send Lydia and Brogna to the line to shoot a pair. And that is going to be Larson's first foul and first team foul for the Jayhawks.
Wapsie Valley shooting 47.6% on the free throw line coming into tonight.
Peyton Bowes checks into the game early for the Jayhawks tonight, sending who did that send to the bench? I was not paying attention. Bolden, Adriana Bolden.
So Bowes coming in as a freshman on this squad has seen considerable minutes so far into the season. It's not quite a young season anymore when you look at 16 games played.
And Bolden had a really nice game against I'm really struggling here tonight.
That's all right. It's only Thursday. Yeah. You're not quite primed for that. Against you want to take your pick against Dyke New Hartford?
Dyke New Hartford, thank you.
All right.
Against Dyke New Hartford. And that was her first start that night, and which, adds an extra level of stress, especially to a sophomore. And she really performed well that night.
Yeah, that was up against the #1 team in the state in 2A. And there was a comment that their coach had made to Coach Pilcher and Coach
Conrad,
and Coach Conrad, that's the most points somebody's put up on him in years.
Yeah, yep. We got a foul against the Warriors. That's their first team foul. It sends Treptow to the line to shoot a pair. She'll get the first one to fall.
Take her up to 1,001 points so far in her career now.
Sailor Youngblood checks in for the Jayhawks, sending J.C. Lang to the bench. As we see new head coach Kayla Ott on the sidelines for the Warriors.
We'll stop up in Brogna. Try to expand that lead.
Got
and
it.
Platt with a big 3 straight on. And it's a 9-2 game that Wapsie has on the #8 team in the state. Bowes with it now. Youngblood in the game, sitting in that corner. Larson Goes right baseline. There's a triple team. Wide open. Pilcher off the rim, no good. Treptow tries to go after it. Bounces off her hands, out of bounds. No foul call.
One thing I did notice in the JV game, these refs did let them play. Either let them play or just didn't call it, didn't see it, one of the two, but it was both ways, so that's good. We talked about that the other night, you know. I don't mind missed calls as long as they go both ways.
That'll be the second team foul against Wapsie Valley, actually against Jesup. That is the first personal foul against Pilcher.
Kate Reese inbounding the ball opposite us.
Did you say inbounding?
Inbounding.
Well, I knew what you meant.
That also wasn't Kate Reese. That was Bodensteiner. Bodensteiner and Kate Reese look a lot alike on the court from up here.
Dark-haired, ponytail.
Yeah.
I believe the entire team looks like that.
Those two in particular, they very similar appearance.
Jesup only able to score so far in this game with 2 free throws from Amanda Treptow, who does lead this team in scoring at 17 points. Lainey Pilcher at the line now, 15.9 points, and she is a 73% free throw shooter.
It's going to bring Bolden back into the game, replace Alexis Larson. Alexis, a senior for the Jayhawks. Pilcher no good on the second.
Defensive board to Barnes. Bowes trying to put some pressure. Wapsie will get across midcourt. Stop, jump, 9 feet in.
Nothing but net. Coach Conrad says, okay, girls, we're going to have a little conversation here.
30-second timeout. You got 11-3 being the score. 6 of those points from Ibrogna, and only 1 3-pointer. But what are you seeing, I guess, from your standpoint, Luke, of where they're falling short?
Effort. Lack of effort. Wapsie wants it more right now. They're getting after it. You know, sometimes you got that number 8 rating in the state, and maybe you don't think you got to come out and compete as hard. And I suspect Jordan may have had a conversation similar to that, just judging by his body language.
Well, you look at the work they had to do last week at Sumner, got the win, losing to Dyke 82-60, and then pretty easy night Tuesday at East Marshall.
Yeah.
Wapsie tonight. You got Olwine. Should be a relatively easy game tomorrow night, but you can't rest.
No. Well, even in the JV game, I mean, that game got close in the third quarter because Wapsie was simply outplaying the Jayhawks. They were playing tougher.
Yeah, they kept chipping away at it.
Yeah. And it ended up, what, a 20-point game at the end.
Yeah.
But still, you got to come to play every night.
Youngblood to inbound. Actually, you're going to bring Bolden into inbound. 3:49 to go first period. Bolden looking for an opening. Have to get it up top to Treptow. Right side, Bowes tries the 3. Back of the rim, no good. Right away, they go after that ball on defense.
They certainly
especially
do.
off that basket.
Yep.
And she came from outside. Bolden, that lane open, and that height will be an advantage for Wapsie Valley. Knock that ball loose. Jesup has a hard time recovering it.
Bodensteiner on the near side.
Barnes going to get tagged. Wapsie Valley get the chance to inbound. That would be foul against Bowes.
Yeah, your teammates got to help you out there. I just totally killed her on that pick.
Now Barnes comes baseline. Little bounce in, up off the board. Count it. And Ibrogna will go to the free throw line.
Adriana Bolden's first foul. Team foul number 4 for the Jayhawks.
Pressure on defense from Wapsie Valley. Treptow checks her left and tries to go to the hoop and draw it in. Gets clotheslined a little bit. And Jesup again, all points from free throws, has yet to get a field goal tonight.
Treptow no good on the first. And Treptow, as you alluded to earlier, Tuesday night, was that? Yeah, Tuesday night.
Tuesday
got
night.
her.
No, I'm sorry. It would have been
Friday
night.
Friday
so
night,
she's got
yeah.
more than 1,000 points now.
Yes, yeah, she did get her 1,000 point, exactly her 1,000 point after, let's see, I believe she had 24 points that night.
That tied her right up even at 1,000 and I think put her in third or fourth position in the lineup. I saw that Alyssa Brown had posted welcome to the club.
That's cool. And Brogna with the 2.
Keep extending that lead. She's got double numbers so far. Under 3 minutes to play first quarter. Golden will have to dish it off to Bose. Pilcher, wide 3, and
that's a big 3. We needed that.
You had to think eventually it's going to take.
Yeah.
Double team Amanda right there at midcourt, but coach is going to call a quick timeout, 30-second timeout for head coach Kayla Ott. And we'll see what Jayhawks can do. They're certainly not pushing that ball inside. A lot of shots from
No, they're out. They're just a little out of sorts all the way around here so far in the early going of this game. Hope they get that straightened out. But I do like what Kayla Ott has going with her program there. She's got those kids battling.
Jayhawks continue after that timeout.
Peyton Curley snuck into the game for the Warriors and will head to the line to shoot a pair after trying to drive down low and draws a foul. See Olivia Nesbitt head to the scorer's table. She's going to check in here right now. She's going to come in for Alexis Larson.
Sorry, very important conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Nothing but important stuff up here in the upper patio.
Never anything but.
No. 2:15 to go first period. Things really have slowed down here in this stanza as Jesup down by 10. Treptow gets by a defender, but more defensive rebounds for Wapsie Valley right there was Imbrogna.
Yeah, and good defense by Imbrogna. I mean, Treptow just kind of ran into a wall there, tried to Euro step around her, but not happening. And then on the other side, Olivia Nesbitt is going to give a foul. That is going to send Reagan Barnes to the line. She will not connect on her first. She'll have one more try. No good on the second.
Look at Wapsie Valley coming in tonight. Free throw percentage about 47%. Jesup 70.5.
There we do get a foul finally, and that's going to go against Reagan Barnes. So you get some and you give some.
Duck into Treptow, blocked. They're just shutting down that lane, and now Laney is going to get caught on offensive charge. That'll be her second personal, 7th one for the Jayhawks.
She's going to head to the bench.
Wapsie Valley.
Blood in.
Wapsie Valley in that 1-1 now. She got caught up last Tuesday night on fouls up at Sumner.
There's a quick steal by J.C. Lang.
That's what you need to do.
Absolutely. Need a few more of those.
Slide over to Bolden, little push into Youngblood. They are certainly playing this defense, not allowing any points inside.
Travel by Youngblood. Peyton Bowes checks into the game. She's going to come in for Bolden. Why do I'm struggling with Bolden tonight. I've only called it a couple hundred times here, so.
You'll catch on.
Peyton Bowes goes for the steal, no good, but she does deflect it out of bounds. And the refs are going to talk about that one. I think they initially gave it to Jesup, but that would doesn't seem correct to me.
Bring the third official in and break the tie or conversation or whatever it is. So it will be Jesup.
It is going to be Jesup. I thought it was off Bowes, but apparently not the case.
Bowes on the inbound. There's Treptow across timeline. Right side. Wapsie Valley on a 1-to-1. Little give and go up to Treptow. Can't make it happen, but continue to dominate inside. Wapsie Valley does. Pulls down that defensive board.
That was a really nice pass by Olivia Nesbitt to the cutting Treptow.
They just got to keep working hard.
So foul on Treptow. That's her first.
Question will be, can Wapsie Valley keep up that pressure inside the entire game?
I don't know if I'm being a homer. If some of these fouls seem a little ticky-tack all of a sudden, but
you mean like Homer Doe or
you know,
Homer?
When it's your home team, sometime you got your rose-colored glasses on, right?
Free throw in there from Reese. Under a minute. 19-7. Jesup very stale in shooting. 4 free throws and a three-pointer is all they have, and JC is going to try and pop even more. There's a rebound from Bowes. She gets dinged a little bit, but no whistle.
That's amazing.
As that clock is at 37, Treptow ducks back on defense. Bounce baseline right side to Reese, gets blocked. And now Treptow aggressively in the last 30 seconds. Back to Lang, who sets up. Pull that down.
There you go.
Give it to the freshman.
Now
nice pull down and put up. Give credit on that play to Olivia Nesbitt.
Reese steps over the line on the inbounds. Coach Ott is not happy. We see the fire coming out of Coach there. So big momentum shift at the end of the first quarter here. The Jayhawk crowd into it.
High up Bowes. There's Treptow. 14 seconds. She'll set and shoot. Backboard no good. Back to Treptow again. She comes in with 7 seconds to go, and we will see a block in the lane.
Gotta love Wapsie Jesup games. Always testy, always competitive. Treptow makes the first. See if she can make it a pair. And she will. Brings the score 19-11 Warriors with 5 seconds to go. Shot and got it. Bank. The bank is open. So Wapsie Valley Warriors double up the Jayhawks 11-22 after 1 quarter of play. And the Jayhawks a little shell-shocked, I think, tonight. But kind of getting what they deserve so far. They have not played a game that would result in a lead.
Yeah, when you come off the competition you were with the #1 team in the state last Friday, beating Sumner Fred up at their place last Tuesday. You lose a lot of intensity this last Tuesday down at East Marshall with the way that game turned out.
Right.
But, yeah, you still got to come after it. We'll see how they adjust coming here in the second quarter. It might not be till halftime before we see a change.
Right. It's going to take, I think it's going to take some senior leadership there maybe to put everybody on your back and get things turned around. Certainly very early in the game and plenty of time to right the ship.
This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Kleberg. That's Luke Baldwin. Eric Clark on camera tonight. Anthony Baugh run the controls. Live streaming tonight, not just on YouTube, but on Facebook. Facebook's back with that stream. Kind of missed the Facebook. That's where we usually have some good conversations with the folks out there.
We're not on Facebook anymore, or what?
No, we weren't. But now we're back.
Oh,
now we're blocked. Even though I can stream it. Oh, I see.
Nice shot by Reagan Barnes.
Never mind what I said about Facebook.
Boo, Facebook. Facebook is garbage anyway. I stand by that.
Everything seems always on the up and up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Seems to be. Deep shot, Wapsie Valley no good. Pull that down for Lady Pilcher. Force it up the lane. There's J.C. Lang. Not hard enough pass.
No, just a step behind on everything. Not hustling, not boxing out, not defending.
Just watching it happen. 4 points for Bodensteiner. Both teams are in the bonus.
Man, Treptow trying to provide some senior leadership for the group. Inside to Pilcher, she'll get one to go.
And I don't know if there's anything they had to sit through that first game. They're usually used to being the opener at 6:15. I don't know if there's anything to that to keep them going.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes things just don't go your way too, We can stand up here. I can certainly be critical of this, that, and the other, but they're the ones out there on the court. So
you weren't critical of my sweatshirt, though. You did like that.
I did. It's a good-looking shirt, man.
Treptow right side, and with Larson, a little force into
Good
Laney.
Pass inside.
I thought she'd go for it, but Nesbitt will take a shot right side. She almost should have just went right to it since she was there. It wasn't triple teamed at all. And there's Treptow knocking it away. JC gets a touch on it. We will see our first jump ball. Will be Jesup's.
Good hustle play by Treptow. Got Becca Plott, 5'6" guard, senior guard for the Warriors, back into the game.
Almost taken away. Pilcher finds an opening on her dribble and will go to the free throw line as she draws a foul on the missed shot.
Boy, we just cannot find the bottom of the hoop, though, can we?
No. We seem to play to our competition.
Well, we're not tonight because our competition's playing very well. Pilcher gets a second.
Pilcher coming in against 73% from the from the free throw line this year. She's at 7 points. Now Platt. Get that off to Bodensteiner. It'll bounce underneath, and Larson has it, but we'll see it get kicked by Jesup.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Larson to be there to intercept that. Unfortunately, I think she was out of bounds. Or was that a kick before it ever got to her? He did motion the kick, so apparently there was one.
High up and then Brogna. She leads this team with 13 points. Comes away. There's a defensive board by Treptow. In and out of traffic. Gets by Platt. Off the board and in.
Like that. Take it strong.
We just might be a diesel engine here getting warmed up.
And you know, we talked a little bit ago about senior leadership and a gal like Amanda Treptow putting her team on her back, and you see that happening right now. She is getting after it. Alexis Larson, three-pointer, no good. That's out of bounds. They don't call it.
Go jump possession back towards Wapsie Valley.
Yeah, the ref on the far side there is calling it. They had that in the JV game, and they didn't call it there either, so
right.
That may be a new rule to at least one of these refs. It's going to go back to the Jayhawks as the Warriors quickly throw it to the sixth man out of bounds. Woman, I should say.
5-minute mark. Halftime.
There you go. Nice cut by Treptow. Easy deuce. Jesup with the full court press. Turnover. Oh, Laney.
And a charge for second one.
Yeah, you gotta. She could have dumped that off and got a two. She's such a physical, hard-working player. She just wants to score the ball.
Full timeout being taken. Looking at the rankings overall here in Class 2A, like we said, Dark New Hartford maintains the number 1 spot. Still with 1 loss on the year. Denver in that second spot at 15-2. Followed by Central Lyon, Trainer, and Sibley Oshedin in the 1 through 5 spot. Iowa City Regina 7th, Jesup 8th, Grundy Center 9th. Abilene and Parkersburg in that 12th spot. Other schools in the area. Class 1A, Northland in that 4th spot. And in Class 1A, New Alfonda, number 1 team. East Buchanan 13th. In Class 3A, no one really from the area. Number 1, Unity Christian. Class 4A, number 1 is Bishop Heelan. Waverly Shellrock in that 10th spot. Benton Community 12th. 5A, Johnson the number 1, and Cedar Falls down number 13. Class 1A through 5A. Recent rankings from the Girls of Union for basketball.
Bodensteiner bringing the ball up the court for the Warriors.
Jesup still playing that catch-up, just within 8 now. But you're seeing an intensity, Luke, from Jesup that's finally happening. And Wapsie may be slowing a little bit. But they are finding the basket.
Nice job by Bodensteiner to get to the rim. Puts it down, looks for the three-point play here.
Give her 6 points. And we're seeing substitutions. Not many substitutions tonight from that Wapsie Valley side. Matthias coming in the game. Here's Jesup with Treptow. Try to get past that one-on-one pressure. They are really still blocking inside. It pulled out a little bit. Missed shot from Youngblood. Bose back defense with all the rest of her teammates. Wapsie Valley right side. Shot no good from Matthias. Larson pulls it down, and Treptow. She'll keep moving. Get in the paint, go up left side, and has it happen for her.
She has an uncanny knack of finding that little seam in the defense and just hitting it hard. Nearly gets the steal on the other side.
Kind of waited around a little bit for that guard play to go. Reese with the ball. Back up with Platt. Try the three.
Platty.
Three-pointer good for Wapsie Valley. 9 points total for Bodensteiner now. Nesbitt, little cross-court pass. Relay from Youngblood to Bose. Three-pointer.
Jesup slowly but surely chipping away at that Warriors lead.
Can't let up.
Well, Nesbitt with the reach in. Nesbitt's second foul. And we are, or I should say, the Warriors are in the bonus, so they're going to go to the line and shoot a couple.
Free throw rolls around, finally goes in. Take her to 10. 2 Warriors in double numbers.
Curley and Brogno into the game for the Warriors. J.C. Lang back into the game for the Jayhawks. Bodensteiner gets her second. That brings her to 11 points on the night.
Under 3 minutes, Bolden. Treptow cuts it out. Nesbitt can't find her way into the orange. Reset it. Nesbitt, tallest one out there. Will force into Youngblood. Gets ticked up by Wapsie Valley. Now Bolden comes baseline. Crossover. There's Lang. Little passing game back and forth all around. Little no look from Treptow to
Got
Bolden.
it. Bolden with the big three-pointer. You know, Wapsie really doing a nice job with that 2-3 defense, making it hard on Jesup to find any driving lanes. But the best way to beat a 2-3 defense is to knock some threes down, as Bolden did.
Not much effort needed. Wapsie Valley has Bodensteiner put another one through the basket. Keeps that lead, 9. Treptow back to that corner. She'll try a 3. But Youngblood right there to grab it.
Yep. Out of bounds off of Wapsie Valley. It's going to stay with Jesup as Larson and Bose come back into the game for Bolden and Nesbitt. Larson to inbound.
Treptow, a little jumper, 6 feet
Got
out.
it.
Took her to 9. Man has been averaging 17 on the year.
Warriors turn it over, unforced error. Bose no good on the three-point attempt. Rebound Warriors.
Well, Jayhawks need to go to that hoop. They watch that shot go up.
Ooh, that's a dagger. Bodensteiner three-pointer.
Take her to 16. That's her second three-pointer tonight.
So every time the Jayhawks dig in and cut that lead, the Warriors are right there to open it back up. Coach Smines in the house tonight.
Make his way up here.
Yeah, you can throw that on.
Yeah.
That's live. Go ahead.
Howdy, men.
He's
How
there.
you doing?
Pretty good.
Coach Joe Smines, of course, the head coach of the boys Jayhawk basketball team, who coming off you're preparing for a 2-game or a 2-day, whatever I'm trying to say.
Yep,
2 days in a row. Back to back. There you go. You've got who do we got? Who do we got tomorrow
Old
night?
Wine Huskies and
Bosco
the
on
Dons
Saturday.
of Don Bosco Saturday.
Yeah.
That's
Boys only on Saturday.
coming off a big win at East Marshall on Tuesday night, but I don't want to say it's a completely different week than you had last week when you look at competition-wise.
Yeah, we played pretty well the last about 6 ball games, so a long way to go yet and a lot of things to work on, but we were pleased with where we've gotten to at this point, considering how we started with some injuries and some of that stuff. But
Right.
yeah, anytime you score 101 in a game and you play 11 guys and almost everybody scored, I think they got in. It's a pretty good effort by the boys.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you're playing. If you got 101 points on the board, you did something right.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing something right, Bodensteiner just picks up her 17th point, going for 18 here in just the first half of basketball. So one of the things Coach Conrad and crew will have to figure out for the second half is how to slow her down.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Wapsie Valley girls this year, but that girl can play a little bit. I don't know what her numbers are coming in, but
they're definitely a different program this year.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
She's been averaging almost 10 a game.
Yeah.
Speaking of really impressive drive by Treptow there, and they force the turnover.
Getting there, Lang.
Lang got it.
consistent. Just keep chipping away at it.
Long two-pointer there. Must have been on the line.
39-35. Let's see if Jesup, what they can do here to
No fouls now.
minimize that gap going into halftime.
We're in the double bonus. Can't be fouling here.
Get out of there.
No good. Covering the baseline. Bolden.
Runner. No
Fall
foul.
down and
So
getting the rebounds.
Youngblood with foul. That is going to send Barnes to the line to shoot a pair. Both teams in the bonus. Wapsie Valley in double bonus. No good, a little strong on the first one. 8.5 to play after the second shot as we see Olivia Nesbitt come in for Adriana Bolden. Provide a little probably rebounding support there.
Count that in. Barnes with her free throw. All starters have now scored for Wapsie Valley. Treptow looking for that last shot.
Get it up.
2
Kick
seconds.
it.
Kick it out to Bose. Sets up.
Go short.
Oh,
The rim.
short.
No good.
Well, you know, about 2 minutes into that period, I was like, you know, if we could keep chipping away and bring this back to within, you know, a half dozen points or something, I think we'd be sitting pretty good. And I got to believe Coach Conrad is feeling much better about the situation now than he was at the start of this quarter.
I think it was, 26-11?
Yeah.
24-11, something like that?
Yeah.
That's a lot of points and a half there, both squads.
It absolutely, and to have Barnes already sitting at 17. Of course, you got Treptow at 15. So, continuing on what you were starting to say earlier, I was talking to, I think it was my dad last night, and I mentioned that it feels like your team's peaking at just the right time as you inch closer to postseason here. They're really playing some nice ball, and you got Miller and Fueling who are just shooting lights out.
Yeah. You know, I think I told Nate this maybe 2 weeks ago. It felt like during Christmas was kind of the start of our season a little bit, just with the amount of, you know, Jack being out for a while. I know we came back and played 3 games before break, but really hadn't practiced a whole lot. And we had Brevin out for a little while, Carter out for a while. You know, we really just didn't seem to get any traction early in the year. We came up from break and lost two games to 2 good teams, AP and Grundy Center, but I think we kind of figured it out a little bit at Grundy, even though we lost. And then probably since that point on, we've played really good basketball, the type of basketball we want to play. And, you know, we've played some teams that are, you know, Sumner Fred's a nice basketball team. Hudson's got a good young nucleus, and you know, we've just been shooting the ball really well. And you look a lot better when you shoot the ball well, and but the kids are really practicing well. That's the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
We're practicing really, really well, and we're getting good leadership from our upperclassmen and even our underclassmen that have played a lot. So, yeah, we're enthused to keep going here and keep getting better. And I tell the guys all the time, there's more left in the tank for us. So we can be better on both ends of the floor still. Which is encouraging, and you know, obviously we got Olwine tomorrow night, who we played once about 3 weeks ago already. So, and that was kind of the start of our winning streak. And we're playing much better than we did at that point. So, hopefully that continues tomorrow night.
I would say even on, you know, you talk about scoring, and obviously you're much more productive on that end right now. But I've been impressed with the defensive end too. You guys have really picked it up on. Defensively as well.
It kind of, like I said, it kind of started at Grundy Center with our intensity on the defensive end. And I think going into that game, I told the guys this today at film, we were like 92nd in total defense in Class 2A out of 96 teams.
Really?
After the Grundy Center game, or after the AP game the second time. I think today we're sitting at like 55 total defense. So we made a big jump. And that's honestly led to some of our offensive explosion here a little bit, as our defense has allowed us to get out and transition more and more open shots, more open threes for us. And it kind of starts with Jack Miller. We've kind of put him on the best ball handler, and he's done a fabulous job. And then Carter Evans done a fabulous job too for us on the defensive end, along with Brevin. Those are kind of our catalysts on defense. So those 3 have done a tremendous job in allowing us to get out and run on offense. Then,
well, I think it was Luke. You were talking. I think it was Carter Even Friday night that you're like that. You were keying on him and how he was playing Friday night.
Yeah, was it Friday where I thought he just had an outstanding game, like probably the best game I've seen him play.
Yeah, he's a kid that's super athletic, great rebounder. You know, he gets a little more confident every time he goes out there. And we saw a little bit of it last year at times, and even early this year we saw it. Then we kind of see him not play as well. During Christmas break, he practiced unbelievably well. Unbelievably. At our scrimmage at Benton, he was really, really good. They didn't quite play as well the first couple games back from break, but now you see him gaining traction every game, and he's a huge key for us because Carson's going to get doubled a lot, and he also with Carter, he can guard a guard, he can guard a post, and that's kind of something we were kind of missing a little bit early in the year, and he's doing that now. So he did a great job on Dyke's leading scorer on Friday night, and he got us 10 points. So Carter's doing a great job, and Brevin Dahl's kind of that same mold, just a little bit different body, obviously, but both those guys are hard-nosed defenders, and that helps us a lot.
Yeah. Can you? I'm curious, and you mentioned it. Moving Jack to that point guard position, moving. Not Paxton.
Parker.
Yeah. We call him any one of the three names up here, but Parker's kind of that off guard, and you move him back and forth. But can you speak to that? What was the rationale there?
A little bit is Parker's such a good. Jack's a good shooter too, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Parker's such a good set shooter. Jack's a little bit better, I would say, after getting rid of it on moving. And Parker would tell you the same thing. I'm not saying I want to tell anybody here, but just made our offense a little bit more flow, a little bit better. Now you'll still see Parker bring it up a lot. You'll see Corbin bring it up, and Carson as well. So it's kind of a free range deal there. Who gets the rebound is going to bring it up for us. But nice thing about this group, we got a lot of interchangeable parts, and then moving Jack to guarding the point guard has helped us too immensely on defense. Parker's a really good off-ball defender. Jack's a really good on-ball defender, so it just made sense for us to make that switch.
Well, now it's funny you say that because as I was watching Parker in the last few games, like he'll all of a sudden show up in the weirdest spots that he maybe wouldn't have gotten to bringing the ball up the court, and it results in points.
Yeah. Parker's got a knack for intercepting passes on defense where it's like, how the heck did that happen? He's really good at it, and then allows him on offense as well to be a little bit more aggressive. I felt like he wasn't as aggressive early in the year, bringing the ball up the floor as much, and that's helped us a little bit more this year. He's got a little better flow here the last 2 weeks, and I think he had 7 assists again over at East Marshall and 0 turnovers. So, awesome. I know he wants to score more. That's every kid wants to score more, but he's done a really good job for us. Whatever role we've asked him to do.
And one player that seems to bring that ball up the floor maybe more than you would like is Carson Lena. So you got your 5 out there bringing the ball, but he can do it. It doesnin matter where he's at. He plays the role he needs to.
Yeah, we kind of made that experiment with that in the spring and summer last year and letting him bring it up the floor a little bit on rebounds. And, early in the year he's made some mistakes, turning over, and that's going to happen. Heck, our guards do that sometimes. But,
we just figured he wasn't getting the ball inside enough, so he said, I'm going to do it on my own.
Yeah, it's really hard to guard a team that when your 5-man's bringing the ball up the floor. You got our guards running in the wings, you got Carter running the block, and it's a tough matchup. Now you got a post player trying to guard somebody out at 45 feet. So one of the team, when I was at NU High, and we played a team in the state tournament one year that had their 6'10 and 6'11 guys bring the ball up the floor on rebounds. So, they were impossible to guard, and that's kind of the theory that we've kind of used this year a little bit with Carson, who can definitely handle the ball and make good decisions. And him throwing the ball ahead to our shooters, Corbin and Jack, that's a pretty good plan for us. So, it's credit to Carson, his ability to do that, and it gives us a lot of options.
Well, you're a tough team to guard when any one of the 5 guys can bring the ball up, but I think it's really got to do something to the other team's psyche when you got your 6'5" center bringing the ball up the court.
I think you've seen a little bit of that, in spurts for us, like against Dyke in the second half. I thought we wore him down. Just from that standpoint, our guards are running hard and our post players are bringing the ball up the floor. It's tough to guard that, if you can do it effectively and not turn it over, which we haven't done. So, it's a luxury to have Carson. What an outstanding player and an even better kid. So he'll do whatever we ask him to, and all the guys will. So it's a fun group to coach.
Yeah, you're looking at it's coming right down here to the postseason's just around the corner. Your pod came out for postseason, and it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's flying by. It feels like we are just getting going a little bit. We still got 7 games left in the regular season, but like I said, 2 weeks from today will be our last game of the regular season. So we should we have our seeding meeting for districts on Sunday night. So. We'll figure out where we're at. I would think we'd probably be the 2 seed in our district, would be my guess at this point, barring we take care of business tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens from there. But like I said, it's coming down fast here. A lot more games and practices left, so I know the guys like that. But.
So talk about, I guess, as we do get into the weekend, you got Old tomorrow night, Don Bosco. Talk about those 2 games.
Old obviously, we played 3 weeks ago. They're playing a little bit different. They've changed their roster a little bit. A couple guys are playing more. Some guys are playing less for them. They played Union to a really close game. I think that was last Friday, maybe. I'm losing track of the games. Too many games. Watched too many games on Hull. Sorry. So a group that's getting a little bit better. You know, their only wins versus Starmont, but you know, they're a group that's got two nice players. The Jeans kid, number 5, and Hamilton, number 23, are two nice players for them. You know, it comes down to us again. If our defensive intensity is where it needs to be, and we share the ball, you know, we have a chance to be successful tomorrow night. Then we got Don Bosco Saturday, a game we love playing every year. I'm glad we play that. They come here this year. They're a team that's won 5-6 ball games. They got Ty Purdy, who came to our basketball camp forever. Good solid player. A couple young guys. Ben Belu, who came to our camp as a freshman, starting for him. So I know that they've had some success here the last few weeks. That's a game our guys are always ready for, 100%. No matter what the records are, you throw them out in that game. I know we beat them here 2 years ago when they were ranked top 5 and undefeated. So I know we're excited for that one always.
Talk through that, doing a 4 o'clock game. You did that a couple weeks in a row. That seems to be a little bit different on the schedule.
Yeah,
it's Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday I don't like to have the 7:45 games, and noon's a little early, so it worked out good last week because I got home to watch my 49ers beat the Packers, baby. I let Dan Fox know about that.
I like that 4 o'clock game.
Yeah, I let Dan Fox know about that, too.
Yeah, out of here by 5:30. That's good.
Yeah, just in the middle of the day, get it over with. You know, you don't have to sit around all day and wait. So.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something came from conference or you guys just kind of determined that when you're working out the schedule.
Yeah, if you look on Saturday games online, you'll see start times all over the map. You'll see them at 11 a.m. all the way up to 7:45. So it's kind of a get it over with, get it done. Not too late, but not early either. So.
Well, Joe, good luck the next 2 nights. We'll visit with you at maybe halftime.
You tell me whenever, I'll come on.
Well, halftime the girls. Come on up tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
See you.
Head Coach Joe Smines making his way up to the upper patio as we are set to go for the second half very shortly. And
in fact, here we go. So Jesup closing the gap to just 5 before half there, but quickly turned the ball back over to the Warriors. So I'm certain Coach Conrad is not. That was not what he game planned.
Shot deep, no good. Trempton with that rebound. Wapsie took care of that first quarter, 22-11, but Jesup dominated that second quarter, 24-18, to be where we're at right now.
Nice drive by Pilcher, gets right to the rim but can't get the roll, which has kind of been the story of the night for the Jayhawks. Things started to turn for us in the second quarter there, but just really had a cold night on the offensive end.
Missed shots, 2 of them before Wapsie Valley can get Bodensteiner to put that back in.
Bodensteiner is the name of the night here in Jesup.
Well, early on it was Imbrogna, and then all of a sudden Bodensteiner lit it up. Treptow bounced that thing left. Pilcher eyes that hoop, but finds Larson, who loses the handle.
Yeah, great pass by Pilcher.
Lean in from Treptow, rolls away. We've seen a few of those
that
tonight.
Shot goes in 9 times out of 10. On most nights, not tonight.
Far side, Wapsie Valley met up with Larson and Pilcher. And Wapsie has no problem getting shots, but there's going to be an offensive foul there with Barnes as she pushes in a little far.
That was due to a solid box out by Larson. She did her job and was rewarded for it.
6:22 to go. It's a Thursday, shortened week for everybody here, but cold on Wednesday. Sounds like it might be a little cold out there right now when we leave.
Is it dropped?
It was wind chill coming up.
Okay, it was nice when I came in. I didn't even put a coat on, just had my sweatshirt as we see Bolden with her second three-pointer tonight.
Take her up, total of 6.
She's really, her confidence has grown so much over the last week and a half.
It's amazing what playing time will do.
Peyton Bowes coming in for Bolden. She's going to go to the bench and get some high fives from her coaches, Coach Pilcher, Coach Oberhauser.
And Treptow. Now Peyton Bowes, freshman has that. Larson, a little push into Laney. Little jumper, 10-foot right side, baseline.
That was a pretty shot by Amanda Treptow. That is not an easy shot to make down there on the baseline, a mid-range jumper.
Jesup, that full court pressure. Larson sticking with it, trying to get that from Bodensteiner at point.
Larson working hard on D. Almost turned over by Bose, and they are. Oh, that ball was off Wapsie. In fact, Kate Reese had a little smile out of the corner of her mouth. I saw. I think she knows they got a little gift there that turns into 3 points.
Barnes, 3 points for her. Take her to 4. Under 5 minutes. Bose double team right side. Keep moving that defense. And Pilcher high on the box, and will draw the foul.
Good job by Pilcher recognizing the defense came over. She took a little sidestep around it rather than charging into it, as she's done a couple times tonight, and as a result, she's going to go shoot a pair.
2 personal fouls.
Gets first
to Reese, and second team foul for the Warriors. Jesup has yet to have a team foul this half.
Sailor Youngblood into the game for J.C. Lang. Pilcher will get 2.
Take a total of 9.
Jesup in a full court press. Man-to-man press.
Over to Brogna. There's Bodensteiner.
No good. She had Kate Reese wide open on the far side.
Brogna was right after Larson when she pulled that down, trying to rock it loose. Laney saw an opening, goes inside, and wow, I think that's 4 or 5 offensive fouls. We've seen both sides tonight.
So Pilcher's going to come to the bench. In comes Olivia Nesbitt.
That's her 4th. 4th personal foul for Pilcher.
Hard to be too upset with her about those. They're not dumb fouls. They're just aggressive fouls. Olivia Nesbitt with the steal.
Well, 3 of those were offensive fouls, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Larson. In and out.
So close. Rebound in Brogna.
Reese push over to Barnes. Will duck out to Bodensteiner. And Brogna going to push Nesbitt back a little bit.
Nesbitt says, I don't know what to do. I was straight up, but when you're walking backwards and straight up, you're probably still going to draw that foul.
Freshmen, 2 freshmen on the floor. One with a sophomore, a couple seniors. And we'll see a sophomore for a senior come in as Bolden comes from the bench. And Larson sitting with 3 personal fouls as well. Broga with a free throw. She hasn't scored since about halfway through the first half. Nesbitt to Bose. Jesup has not led this game at all.
A little miscommunication by the Jayhawks. Turn the ball over there.
Wide open shot, left side. Warriors can't drop it with Platty. And
rebound Nesbitt, and that foul is going to go against Platty.
Barnes will pick up that foul, her 3rd personal, 3rd for the Warriors.
Sydney Mathis into the game. Big shout out to a couple of my favorite twins, Grace and Bailey Mullahan, watching the game tonight from Fairbank. They will be on this court next year, I suspect, in either JV or varsity uniforms. That's probably up to them, depending on how hard they want to work.
Yeah, I believe there was no underlying tone to that comment whatsoever. Reese with it, there's Bodensteiner. Nesbitt tries to knock that away, obstructs the view, and now here comes Bolden to Treptow. Pulls up corner, top of the key, no good. Nesbitt with long arms, grab that ball. Reset this offense. Trepto's on the baseline. Little lean into Youngblood. Oh, off the box. No, but
there's Peyton Bowes, the freshman.
Stuck around.
The freshman there with the rebound and putback.
And there must have been a charge from Coach Conrad. You got to stick around after those shots.
Absolutely.
Don't just get back on defense.
Larson's getting to check back into the game here. Kate Reese, three-pointer, no good. Bodensteiner, no good. Rebound, Youngblood.
She's waiting it out. They have to dribble, but there's a triple team defensive-wise, and there's Bowes. More confident on the point. Pulls that back. Treptow, quick over to Bolden. Back top of the key, steps in, jumper 10-foot. Treptow rolls around, no good. Rebound to Wapsie Valley.
Getting too far underneath the hoop on the rebound. We got to box those girls back.
Reese looked at that shot. Bolden sits in the back, and a foul and a whistle.
Shooter's touch by Reese.
So that will take it to a 49-44 game, and we will see Bowes and Youngblood sit down.
Curley into the game for the Warriors. Larson and Lang back into the game for the Jayhawks. Reese at the line, and she will get the three-point play, making it 50-44.
4 points in scorebook for that Warrior guard. You hear Treptow in that background shouting at that play. And there's Larson. Kick it quick. Quick over from Lang to Treptow, who will draw the foul. No one in the bonus just yet. And Larson will inbound a far side.
Bodensteiner
Shuffling
into the
around.
game. She's going to replace Imbrogna. Larson to inbound.
Treptow gets it, gets the ball to go, and draws the foul.
Really nice pass by Larson to the cutting Treptow. Treptow's fired up, man. She's playing a great game. That's her 19th point on the evening. About to make it her 20th, which she will.
Treptow with three-point play, and we're within 3. Jesup again has not led it all in this. As Wapsie Valley push it through with Reese, she will go back to the free throw line, and Brogna has 15, 19 for Bodensteiner. And Jesup in a bit of foul trouble. Lainey Pilcher remains on the bench with 4 personals. Larson in the game with 3.
Reese connects on the first.
We also have Nesbitt, who has 4 personals. She will come sit down.
Bowes, Saylor Youngblood into the game for the Jayhawks. Reese 2 for 2.
Take her to 6, extend that lead out. Was Jayhawks within 3. And Lang forced the pass, and the jump possession will be for the Warriors.
Got to take care of the rock.
Early on the inbound, Wapsie Valley will reset that. Looking for an opening. Minute to play, 3rd period. Ball's loose. Bowes finds it.
Oh!
And can't get it to go, but she will get to shoot 2 free throws.
Bowes really played a nice game tonight. 8 points. Potentially make it 10 here. Got first. Just 1 foul.
You know, really for a freshman, she's just calm out there right now.
Yeah, she's matured a lot even just during the season here. Even thinking back to those early games, you know, a lot of times freshmen come in, they're a little bit of a deer in the headlights, and she had a pretty calm demeanor
Gets her on rebound.
Get-go.
Treptow aggressive inside.
Got it. Peyton Bowes has played a lot of basketball, though. Turnover.
Tries to fight for that. 40 seconds. Wapsie Valley, 2-point lead, trying to lead through 3 quarters in this game. Jesup trying to deny that. Corner shot, no good. J.C. Lang pulls the board. Sticking around for the rebounds. There's Bolden, double teamed out, Treptow open. Lang over to Bowes, confident shot.
Got it. Boom.
We knew that was going in before she even shot it.
Absolutely.
Take her to 9.
Jesup takes the lead for the first time tonight. No good. Wapsie Valley Warriors. Absolutely huge shot for the freshman Peyton Bowes to end the quarter and give Jayhawks the first lead of the game, 53-52, as we go into the 4th and final period. If you're just tuning in, man, we got a great one for you. It started out very lopsided. Wapsie owned the entire first quarter. About halfway through the second quarter, Jayhawks kind of started hitting their groove, came back to within 5 before halftime. That last period, Jayhawks won the period, but that was a battle.
Yeah, fighting for when you look at the last 2 quarters have been owned by Jesup, 24-18 in that second period, and then 18-12 advantage over Wapsie Valley here in this third period. You can see the wear in Wapsie Valley, the energy war, but it's just like Jesup's going now. The expectation is we've got to finish this.
They definitely have the momentum, but once you got that momentum, you got to keep the foot on the gas. Don't let up. Because if these Warriors have proven anything, it's that they can score, they can defend well, and they can turn the tide.
End of the third period. A shout out to Joey Rigdon up at Wapsie Valley, telling us that we do an okay job.
Joey.
We do an okay job down here. Appreciate that.
Joey does a little bit of this up there. Coaches some basketball. He coaches some middle school basketball for the Warriors.
He said he meant to text earlier to try and get us to get Smines off the halftime show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he won some free tickets or something.
No.
Lang, three-pointer.
Lang with that 3. 4 of the 5 starters have scored. Larson has yet to be there.
Jesup quickly into the full court man-to-man. Going to be a foul against J.C. Lang, just her second. A push.
Wapsie Valley met with a full court pressure. And down now by 4, and Larson sitting with 3 personal. She's going right after that ball. There's Bodensteiner short on that one. Ends up in Larson's hands, gets loose, and Pilcher will go to the floor.
That's going to stay with the Warriors, but man, aggressive defensive play by the Jayhawks.
7:22 to go in this game. Bodensteiner off the rim, no good. Treptow chases for that ball. We get a little bit of a fast break. Reese tries to hold it up a little bit. Missed shot, and Pilcher will be fouled. Barnes will be dinged with that one, be her 4th personal.
Just a melee out here. We've got a good old-fashioned
Donnybrook.
I was setting you up. I was hoping
for Donnybrook going here. Or a melee or whatever it is. Pilcher. Free throw up. Rolls
Got it.
Where it needed to be.
So the Jayhawks finding some offense where they couldn't find it in the first half. Although I will say, when it comes to Lainey Pilcher's free throw shooting, she's been spot on. I think that was the most concerning free throw she shot all night. Well, I should just keep my mouth shut.
Coming tonight, she's 73% shooting from the charity stripe. Ball comes out of bounds off the black jerseys And the home team, Jayhawks, will have it. Larson on the inbound. They are in the bonus with 17 fouls for Wapsie Valley. Treptow left alone.
Wide open. I mean, that's the one kid on your court you don't leave alone, right?
Take her to 24 tonight.
Turn.
There it is.
That Bodensteiner, man, she's a baller. Really like her play.
Right side, there's Lang, back-to-back threes, not going to happen yet. And Golden
comes in a little strong on the rebound.
That's her third personal.
The Jayhawk student section helping the refs out on the number. Always a helpful bunch over there.
So this clip, Amanda's going to catch right up with her sister here before too long. She's sitting at 1100. I'm going to guess she's pushing 1140 right now. Bolden knocks that one out of bounds.
Heads up play by Bolden. She knew she wasn't able to intercept that, so she knocks it out of bounds, gives the defense a chance to set up, maybe get the steal on the inbounds here.
There's Plady. And Reese, actually Bodensteiner with the ball. Looking at Matthias. There's Reese. Three, no good.
Box out.
Wapsie Valley has been shut out 6-2 here in this fourth period.
Alexis Larson with the foul. That's Alexis's fourth. So Alexis Larson, Olivia Nesbitt, both with 4 fouls. Yeah. It is the fourth period, by the way, folks. We're showing 3 on the board. But we are in the fourth and final.
6:11 to go. There's Delaney, goes inside. We'll go to the free throw line.
I think Laney thought they were going to call it on her for a second. Laney, this must be about her 9th free throw tonight. Gets it first.
Yeah, she's had a number of trips to that free throw line. Sitting 11 right now. Bunny averages 16 points a game.
Shot's a little flat. Late in the game, this has been a hard-fought game too. You got to get those legs into it.
Bowden center, push that in to Bloke now. She will draw the foul. Brogna started things off early for Wapsie Valley, sitting at 16 right now. Got that in.
60-58, Jayhawks holding on to a 2-point lead that they did not get until right before this fourth period.
Having some consistency. And J.C. Lang.
Great ball movement by the Jayhawks.
Last 5:36. Wheels still on for Wapsie, wobbling a little bit.
Good hustle by Treptow. She is going to foul her, got her hand in there. Working hard though, man.
It'll be her second personal.
I don't mind a few fouls here, so that's Jesup's 9th team foul compared to Wapsie has 8.
Both teams are in the bonus.
One shot here, unless she makes it, which she does. Bodensteiner nearly automatic tonight. That's her 24th point.
Got the period changed.
Yeah.
We willed it to change. There you go.
So Bodensteiner and Treptow having a little battle of wills here. They were both sitting at 24. Bodensteiner just went to 25 with that last free throw as Coach Conrad takes a full 1 minute timeout to talk things over with the squad.
They've been going pretty solid here through the third period and into this fourth. So they deserve a little break, a little reset before we get a little lackadaisical maybe and give up the foul we don't want to give up when you've got Laney with 4 and you've got Larson with 3 and also sitting with Bolden with 3 personal fouls.
This game is reminiscent of some of the old boys Jayhawk Warrior games. Those for years and years have been just highly competitive and just some fiery matchups, and that's what we have here tonight. I love it, man. I love a game like this. This is what sports is all about.
We will have broadcast for you tomorrow night. JV, varsity, fresh, soft, all playing tomorrow. But we'll have the broadcast for you for girls and boys basketball as Oline comes to town. Conference wrestling tournaments at Sumner Fred on Saturday, and again the JV boys basketball game with Don Bosco here on Saturday. We'll have an airtime probably about 4:15 for the varsity game. Peyton Bowes, freshman, going to get fouled as she tries her way towards that hoop.
The foul goes against Peyton Curley, 5'5" freshman guard.
Her first personal. Peyton Bowes. She is 10 of the 12 bench points tonight for Jesup.
Looks like she might be sporting a new pair of kicks tonight too.
You love the variety of shoes this year.
I love looking at shoes, man. It's funny because I have no interest in no interest in shoes for myself. I don't like spending the money on them, but I love watching what Curley she tried to stop it but couldn't keep that foot from dragging. Half price at the concession stand, folks. If you're at home and you're hungry, get in here.
It'll be worth your effort. We stand corrected. Peyton Bowes, 14 of the 16 bench points tonight.
Big dog, you're not going to find popcorn like you find in Jesup. Come on over, buddy.
Wapsie Valley does pop a good corn.
They do. They do have good popcorn. I got to give them props.
A little more greasy than some.
Larson going to check back in the next dead ball.
Curley with that on the outside. And Wapsie up by 4. Reese left side to Bodensteiner, misses that shot and out of bounds. Wapsie will have it.
It's an interesting call. Oh, no, it's not. I thought they were giving that to Jesup. That was the right call.
Reese covered by Bowes a little late. Get a hand though. Send him to free throw line. Both teams in the double bonus.
Boy, we're just we're trying to give them every opportunity to close this gap here. Got to play some good, clean defense here, girls.
It's been a long game too.
Yeah, Reese's struggling offensively tonight. She's just having a hard time. She's been consistent from the free throw line, even though she missed that one. But usually she's a pretty solid shooter.
Take her to 8 points. Within 3. No one's out of the woods yet. Lang will take it to Larson. Now Laney comes baseline, pops a little bit, comes in and out, can't get her own rebound. A little strip from Larson, and Laney will pull it down. Pull that out of Bodensteiner. Down to Treptow, confident to the hole.
That was an unbelievable fake by Treptow on the run there. I don't know how she pulled that off without traveling.
26 points Hurley. Back of the rim, no good. One little catch-up, launching threes as Bose will be fouled, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Isabel LaRue gonna come in for the Warriors after this first shot, or I suspect after this first shot. No good by Peyton Bose.
Looking ahead to next week, just one game on the network with Union coming to town on Tuesday.
Isabel comes in for Becca Platty. Bose will get the second. I think this is the first time we've seen Isabel tonight.
Timeout is taken. Actually, 2 games next week. Union Tuesday night and then Wapsie Valley. We will travel. Let me rewind. Only 1 game Tuesday night. Boy-girl doubleheader up at Wapsie Valley next Friday. So 3 weeks in a row Wapsie Valley games for the Jayhawks. Because then we'll come back and on the 10th, that's the last regular season game for the boys when it's a JV varsity contest against Wapsie Valley.
So, am I understanding you, we have our girls played Wapsie once this season?
No, they have not.
So
they've not seen them yet.
So they must play them again at least once. Did you say that? And I misunderstood.
Next Friday.
Okay.
1 week from tomorrow.
Gotcha. That's a boy-girl.
Yeah.
I'm slow.
That's how it works.
It takes me some time.
I know. That's all right. I'm used to it.
Heads up play by Lang to pull that one back. 6-point lead. There's nothing wrong with running a little clock. Just take care of the ball.
Now Laney will find that. Pull back on the offense. Reset. Be conservative. Up by 6.
Yeah,
Score on this floor, Amanda Treptow with 26 points.
Larson, no good.
Still trying to get some points in the scorebook for Larson.
Yeah, kids get anxious. Nearing the end of the game, you got a 6-point lead. Just work that ball around. You don't need that long 3-pointer. Good D. That's a travel.
The slide of the foot.
We've got Imbrugna and who else? We had somebody else check back in. I think that was Reagan Barnes who also came in. Oh, we've got some free popcorn entering the gym. I actually thought she had a pack of toilet paper. And I'm like, why is she carrying a big pack of toilet paper?
Or popcorn. I guess you could use that if you wanted. That's your choice.
Girls, got to take care of this ball, girls. 2.5 to go in this game with a 6-point lead. Come on now.
Bo Designer on the inbound. A little pressure. Barnes will have it. Double team met up that guard position.
Reese.
Wide open. Reese.
Got it. It's a big shot. She's been waiting for that all night long. We're going to see Coach Ott take a full timeout after Kate Reese, the sophomore guard, drains a huge 3-pointer for the Wapsie Valley Warriors.
And Jayhawks 13-3, number 8 in Class 2A in the state. 4-0 right now. As this is the first time they've seen Wapsie Valley this season. As we talked about, they'll be on the road with the boys 1 week from tomorrow. Travel to Union. Actually, I got to check this schedule. This schedule says we're at Union, but the other schedule says we're home. So,
I'm not going to have an answer for you.
Riddle me that, man.
I usually come to these very well prepared with that sort of information, but I don't have it tonight, Nate.
You usually rely on a text to us about 2:15. Is there a game tonight?
What time? I've only been doing this for how many years now? Half a dozen, and I still, from one game to the next. What time do I need to be there?
Yeah.
I just like talking to you guys.
You call Mark every day, see what time you got to be in the office.
Yeah. Same time as yesterday?
Well, what time was that? Larson overlikes, gets the ball, and Bose. Wow. Like butter. Bose at 17 points, actually 18 points.
Yeah, I don't however this game comes out, Bose can leave this court with their head high because she's played a phenomenal game.
And you can tell she has not wavered.
No.
She looks like she's been playing varsity for 3 years. Larson waving the arms, trying to keep that ball away from getting inside, and Wapsie Valley is able to do that as Barnes pushes it through.
Jayhawks potentially look to use a little clock here with 1:08 to go.
Treptow finds an opening. Bose right side, up top, Laney's wide open. Last minute to play. Jayhawks by 4.
You have to be careful in this situation. The refs will be counting the 5-second call.
Laney Pilcher and Larson, both with 4 personal fouls.
Nice job, Jayhawks.
Went out of traffic, running that ball, and whistle finally is blown.
Bodensteiner does finally give the foul as you suggested. That will be her 3rd personal foul. Of course, both teams in double bonus, so 2 shots for both from here on out.
But to solidify this lead with a couple made free throws.
We'll get the first.
Taker at 12, and Laney is 73% shooter from that line.
Really done a nice job at the line this year.
Count it in, take her to 13. Jayhawks 3 players in double figures.
That's off Wapsie. That's going to be Jayhawk ball. Bodensteiner bounced it off her foot as a result of the strong pressure by Treptow.
26 seconds. We'll see some pressure from Wapsie Valley. And referees really letting him go until he almost had to be mugged to get that whistle blown.
A near 3-on-1 there as Treptow draws most of the Warrior defense. She'll go to the line as the other 4 Jayhawks drop back to half court. Sydney Mathis into the game.
Treptow. Free throw line this year, about 80%.
This is the tough part of a game, especially if you're the team having to resort to fouls and the other team's making them. It's just it's a hard way to win a basketball game, but sometimes the only way that you have a chance to win it. And I do feel for the Warriors in this position, given the first half that they played, which was pretty phenomenal basketball. And you know, you can say that the Jayhawks weren't playing up to their level, but there was a reason they weren't playing up to their level, and that was the Wapsie Valley Warriors were playing great defense, working a great offensive game plan, and Jesup really had to fight like heck to get that lead back right before the 4th period. And here we are with an 8-point lead, but you still feel like the game's not over.
Yeah, you very well so. You look at the way Wapsie Valley was able to put 3-pointers up in the first part of this game. You know, they could be right back in it very easily. But again, Jesup came out of the gate with not much intensity, and Wapsie Valley took full advantage of that, and they were an intense ball club coming out. And my question that first half is, can Wapsie Valley sustain that intensity through the entire game? And for the most part, they have. There's been a little bit of a lag in that 3rd period.
Yeah.
But you see some grind right now to see what can happen with them.
And you really got to give a lot of credit to the gal bringing the ball, tossing the ball in right now. Bodensteiner played just a phenomenal game with 25 points.
Three-pointer for Bodenstein doesn't work. Treptow knocks that ball loose. Pick it up by Curley, and the whistle was blown. It will remain Wapsie Valley ball.
I think if you were going to give a couple player of the game, one for each team, Bodensteiner certainly for the Warriors. It's probably a toss-up between Bose and Treptow for the Jayhawks. I think you got to give it to Treptow because without that senior leadership and her really igniting the team, I don't think you turn that game around. But Bose being a freshman, putting up 18 points in the defensive effort, that's really something to be proud of.
74-68 is our final score, and touch and go there. Realistically, even though Jesup dominated most of the game as far as how scoring went, God, it was Wapsie Valley's early on, and it was theirs to lose.
Yeah, and I got a lot of respect for Wapsie Valley, all their programs, because we all have so many friends from up north in Fairbank, and our kids have played with their kids for years. We've coached each other's kids. I mean, they're our friends. We socialize with them, so I love it when you can have a game like this where both teams can go home with their heads held high, knowing that they gave their best effort, and really impressed with Coach Kay Lott and what she's done with her team. Like I said earlier, they've definitely got a new spark to them this year. So
Wapsie Valley again got out to a 22-11 lead after the first quarter, and then Jesup just took it from there. 24-18 in that second period, 18-12 in that third, and then a 21-16 advantage over Wapsie Valley in that fourth and final period. But going through unofficial scoring right now in Brogna with 19 points for Wapsie Valley. But leading scorer was Bodensteiner, ends up with 25 total, but give credit to Reese with 11, 6 for Barnes, 5 for Pleiade, 2 off the bench for Curley. But Jesup, wow, 3 players, double figures. Treptow with 28 points. Peyton Bose off the bench with 18, and Pilcher with 15. Credit to Lang, she had a couple key 3-pointers that brought some energy to this gym and to the team, and then Nesbitt with a basket coming in off the bench.
And one of the most surprising stats is I think we had 4 players with 4 fouls, and everybody made it through that final period without fouling out.
Well, yeah, we were sitting in the third period. I think as Laney was sitting with those 4 fouls, 3 or 4 fouls especially.
Yeah.
So we'll see how things evolve as they will host Olwine tomorrow night. And boys will be back in action on Saturday. We'll have both those events for you right here on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Again, final score, girls win tonight over Wapsie Valley 74-68. They will go on to a record of 14-3 overall, 5-0 in conference play. Warriors 9-9 on the year, 3-3 in a conference play, so 500 across the board for the Warriors. For Luke Baldwin and our on-site producer Anthony Boswell, as camera operator Eric Clark, I'm Nate Clayburgh from the upper patio in the South Gym in Jesup. If you want to watch this entire game again on replay and other games, check out our YouTube channel, also games on our Facebook page. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology with music courtesy of bensound.com. I'll figure it out to close this out. Everybody, go Jayhawks. Have a good night. Be safe.